All right, Shalom. All right, we are the members of Great Millstone, Chicago branch, coming to you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. And salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And basically, we're going to get into a lesson, all right, after reading and breaking bread on the chapter of Hebrews chapter 11 and 26. All right, and it basically is going into how we're supposed to have the same faith, all right, that Paul is describing in the chapter, all right, because it speaks on Egypt, that speaks on how Moses forsook Egypt, and Egypt was one of the wealthiest, he said it was one of the wealthiest kingdoms established. You can read about that in the scriptures as well, secular history.
Right. At that time, Egypt was, man, it was the kingdom, and then, Moses had the chance to what? To be a part of it, enjoy the riches, enjoy the benefits of it, but what he when you read it, it says he chose the opposite, man. He chose to suffer, he chose to for what? Hey, for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know. And like the brother was saying, we gotta have that same mentality, to choose to suffer and go through what we have to go through, in order to what? To get the kingdom, to get that crown, and not get distracted and deceived by this world, man, and what they consider riches, what they consider wealth and all that, because all this is gonna come to naught.
Okay.
Hey, but with all that requires faith, man. If you don't have that faith, you're not gonna believe that this is gonna come to naught. You gotta have that faith to know this is gonna come to naught and to know what actually matters. No matter how deceitful it may seem. So no matter how unrealistic it may seem.
Kind of just to touch back on the whole Egypt thing, because like the brother said, all this stuff is gonna come to naught, man. Why? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is the one who sets kings, man. He sets up kingdoms. This is Romans 9:17. It says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up." So it was ultimately Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai who allowed Egypt to be such a great kingdom in the first place, man. To have so much. For what? It says that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth, man. And Moses knew that. Okay, it says in Hebrews 11 and 13, it said that they saw it far off, man.
Yeah, if I might say, they saw past these riches, man. They saw past these riches. They saw to the kingdom. They put their faith in that. That's why it tells you in Hebrews 11 chapter in that 26th verse that Moses forsook all that. He forsook Egypt. All right, he didn't care about he had no fear in the king of Egypt either, which was Pharaoh. You see? Oh, did y'all read Hebrews?
Want me to start it off?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm gonna start at 24. This is Hebrews 11 and 24. It says, "By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter." Verse 25, "Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season." So like the brother said, all this stuff is going to come to naught, man. All right? Romans 9 just clearly shows that, man. That what? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai set up Egypt to be brought down. Because it was only for a season. And Moses had that faith, man. Had that faith to choose what was righteous, man. To have faith in the promise of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? It says, verse 26, "Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater than greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So what? Moses chose, all right, to suffer alongside with the people of Israel, to basically he says he esteemed the reproach of Hamashiach, man. All right, he esteemed the afflictions.
Mm-hmm.
He esteemed the scoffing, all right, and the ridicule, the torment that the men of the Lord are going to go through very soon, man. Why? Because what? We standing boldly for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We have faith in his promise that we have a greater reward in heaven, man. You know?
Kind of, if I might say, the beginning of that chapter, it said, what does it say? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Just read it. I don't know.
Hebrews 11:1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Exactly. So what do we hope for? We hope for a kingdom. We hope for rulership. We hope for the Most High to recompense our enemies, to recompense and judge the nations that have oppressed us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the faith that we have. We have the faith that the Lord is going to turn the tables around in these last days and give the oppressed the kingdom and give the wicked destruction and judgment.
Mm-hmm.
That's our faith. That's why we in the Lord, and we're so faithful in the Lord's promise, all right, that when he told us to come out of this world so that we can have more faith in this, we listen to him. But he said, we're coming out of this world, you're going to suffer temptation. All right, you're going to catch hell. Why? Because you're not of this world no more. You're going according to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, to his words, man, and to this promise. When you come into the faith, your hope is this promise that he promised the seed of Abraham.
Okay.
Or the remnant of Israel, the elect, the 1/3. What he promised is what we have faith in, man. You know, all the way until the end, Lord willing. You know?
Kind of reads on, it says the evidence of things not seen.
Yep. We don't see the Most High.
God.
We don't see Yahushai. But we have faith that the Most High exists. He exists just like his name. He is. And we have faith that the Lord was on the earth 2,000 years ago, and that he's died for our sins, and that he's going to usher in the kingdom when he comes. We have faith in that.
Right. We see him through the scriptures.
Yeah, exactly.
We see him through the spirit, man. All right. Which he said he was going to send to be a comforter for us, man. Mm-hmm. The spirit of truth. And what do we do? What are we doing with these videos? What are we doing when we go out there prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom out there in the highways and the byways? When we go tell our people who they are to wake up the elect, we're coming in spirit and in truth, man.
And we're showing our faith.
Come on. It says, verse 2, it says, for by it the elders obtain a good report. So this is our way of obtaining a good report. We holding fast to the faith that our forefathers, all right, have shown through the scriptures, man. The same faith that the elders and the apostles have shown us for the last 30 plus years, man. Yeah. To be steadfast in the promise of the revealing of this truth, man.
Yeah, if I might say, it's the same. They have us wanting the kingdom, the same kingdom that's coming. This is the faith they had. They wanted the kingdom.
Right.
That's why the apostles asked the Lord, when shall these things be? When shall the kingdom come? So they had this same faith all the way up until now, and it's the same faith the Lord told us to keep in the last days. Because we're living in that time where he's actually going to bring the kingdom. He's going to bring, he's going to reveal the son of perdition. All right? We're in the time of Acts, the ending of during the time of the Lord. We're living in the time of the Lord again.
God, this is the time.
His return, though.
God, this is the time where we're going to receive the promise. We see the promise. We have faith in the promise of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But in this last go round, all right, the elect, all right, the prophets of the Lord, okay, we're going to receive that promise. Mm-hmm. You see? God.
Hey, Hebrews 11, when you go to 27, it says, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invincible. You know? And that's what we have, man. You know, we're doing this work as if the Most High himself came to us and told us, look, here's the blueprint, here are some pictures of what you're gonna have, here's this and that. Now do this, go through this, and then you receive this. Shit. Oh damn. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Cut.
You know, that's the faith that we have, man. That's the faith that Moses and all the men that Hebrews 11 talk about. You know, all our forefathers, our righteous forefathers. You know, the apostles. Hey, the apostles have been preaching this word since what, like the mid 1900s. You know, the mid, was in the 19, like since 1960. You know, without seeing half the things that we see now, man. The prophecies weren't manifested like they are now back then. But what? Hey, they were still preaching the same thing.
Hey, even to the point where they had the faith of the very same fruits that you see today.
Yeah.
Which is the whole body of Great Millstone and all those faithful camps out there giving out the real, true, 100% doctrine, man. You see, they had faith even to that, man. To see the fruit of their labors, man. Okay, because
no, but it's funny you say that, because there's been, you know, the apostles said it themselves, and even other brothers that you know, they've been longer here than us. They always said, man, like when they at first they would see what Southern Kingdom come in, Northern Kingdom nowhere to be in sight. They'll be like, man, when is Northern Kingdom gonna come? You know, them knowing they were the tribes, them having faith that they were part of the tribes, and then what? Now, then out of nowhere, the Northern Kingdom just came and started flooding, and now, you know, that faith, man, they had that faith, and what, it happened, you know. Hey, the Most High said it. Shall it not come to pass? You know, but you really gotta believe that, man. No matter what, no matter how contrary or it might look to where it seems almost impossible that is gonna happen. You gotta have that faith. Like, no, the Lord said it, and some way, somehow, this is gonna go down. This is 2 Corinthians 5:7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. You know, like right now, man. We well, shit. And before now they got us all on CNN and shit, all on the news. You know, before then, you probably felt like, man, this word is not getting nowhere. This word is, man, damn. Fuck it, I'm still could keep on preaching, and now you see it. Now it's on CNN. Now, what Yahweh Shai told us that was gonna happen to the true worshipers for His namesake. Now we see it happening. So now it's like damn, this shit is, you know, this shit is real, man. You know, we walk by faith and not by sight, man.
Right, enduring until the end. You know, being fully persuaded in our minds, man. You know, I'll read that verse 27 again, in Hebrews 11:27. It says, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king. We don't fear the wrath of Esau, Edom, man. We don't fear what the so-called white man has to come down on us, man. Why? Because what we're enduring in faith for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, having faith that He's gonna deliver us out of that persecution. We've been waiting for this moment. You know what I'm saying? Brothers that have been in the truth way longer than me have been waiting for years, man, for decades. You know, me personally, I've been waiting since the moment I stepped in, waiting for the moment to have that acknowledged, you know, feeling that, man, it's finna crack, man. It's finna go down. Esau, Edom, man, ain't gonna have no choice but to get violent, man. And once he tries to lay a finger on the elect of the Lord, man, that's when we know that time is coming for us to be delivered, man. You know, and what we have faith that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, our power, all right, He gonna deliver us out of that.
Hey, when the enemy should come in like a flood, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is gonna lift up that standard.
Con.
You know, he's gonna make some go down to where Esau, as many are soldiers he has, tanks, guns, soldiers with exoskeletons.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that he as hard as they're coming against us, that the Lord is going to deliver us, whether it's by giving us spiritual power, whether it's by through the chariots, the sapping all of them, like it says in the second Esdras, the 13th chapter. Some way, somehow, man, we know that He's going to deliver us.
Right, and we don't rush to try to force the Lord's hand, man, and going out there and being carnal, taking videos with all kinds of guns and all that, and shooting ranges. You know what I'm saying? Because how we gonna battle against a man wearing an exoskeleton that can carry 70 kilograms or kilos, right? For hours without getting tired. How you gonna wrestle against a man like that? You know? So we have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that he gonna lift up that standard. He gonna give us the power or the exit that we need at the moment. Okay, not to be out there trying to get all carnal and militant. All right, which is really just giving the Israelites a bad name, man.
Yeah.
Okay. If I may real quick, this is Matthew 5 and 10. It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake," because even though Esau, Edom is coming for all of these camps, for all of us, all you so-called Negroes, you so-called Hispanics, Latinos, you so-called Native Americans, Seminole Indians, okay, the so-called white man Esau, Edom is coming down with great wrath upon all of us. All right, especially the Hebrew Israelite camps. But guess what? All right, the men of Great Millstone, starting from the apostles on down, and the other camps that are following the true doctrine, hey, we're going to be persecuted for righteousness' sake. Why? Because we're bringing out the 100% truth, man. All right, we're staying faithful to the doctrine. Right, we're not being militant. We're not looking for violence. We're not giving Esau, Edom personal interviews telling him that we wished that the little cracker boy or Salaka, that we wished that the so-called white boy, all right, will get aggressive with us. All right, you don't see the men of GMS doing that. You see the men of Great Millstone out there prophesying in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai the downfall of this wicked kingdom. All right, you see the men of Great Millstone out there telling our people the truth on who they are, trying to wake up the elect, hoping and waiting on the promise of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not trying to take matters into our own hands like the Sakari back in the times of the disciples and the apostles, man. You know?
Yeah, because they were initiators.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're trying to go, basically looking for trouble, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, we're not looking for trouble. We're looking for the promises, man. We're looking for the promises for the prophecies to be fulfilled. That's what we're looking for. We're not going out there trying to antagonize the so-called white man, all right, to get aggressive along with us. You know? We're looking to fulfill the prophecies. We're looking to fulfill our lots, man. To be those men that are out there prophesying and teaching in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, "For theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Verse 11, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." It says, verse 12, it says, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you," man.
Hey, and that takes faith, man. Going through all that, you know, having people who you love and care about talk shit about you, turn you in, you know, going through all these afflictions and all that, and still and counting that as joyous, instead of being all scared, counting that as something good. Right. That takes faith. You know, hey, man, I'm glad glad. Damn, hey, this is fucked up. My mom or my girl and this and that turned me in, but damn, the Lord said it, man. So there's a reward for me, man. Why? Because I'm still being faithful, man. I'm still maintaining that faith. You know. Hey, if I might back you up right quick, this is Acts. This is Acts 5 and 41. It says, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. You know? Hey, why? Because they knew that was a sign that they were doing the right thing. That was a sign that if they continue doing what they were doing, that they will get their reward, man. You know? Stay faithful until the end, man. You know? And that's what we gotta do, man. The time we're coming, and no matter what, you know, keep believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know.
I got a precept. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 2. It says, "We give thanks to the Most High always for you all, making mention of you in our prayers, remembering without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love and patience of hope in our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, in the sight of our power and our Father, knowing, brother and beloved, your election of the Most High." So you know this is what we hope to get. All right, by maintaining this same faith. This is the same faith the apostles had. All right, the same faith that faithful Abraham had. This is what it goes back to, man. You know, the faith is, what does it say in Hebrews 11:1 again? If you can read it again for me.
It says Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Exactly. This is 2 Ezra 1:35. It says, "Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I have showed no signs." And it says it's the faith of things not seen. It says, "Yet they shall do that I have commanded them. They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes." All right, this is the faith they were hoping for. "Yet in spirit they believe the things that I say." All right, so everything written in the scriptures that you were saying, the Lord said He's gonna deliver us during the hour of temptation, deliver His elect out of Jacob's trouble. We believe these things, therefore we continue to build up our faith, built based on the things that we read, based on the things the Lord said He's going to do in the last days. That's the faith of getting redeemed, the faith of being the elect. All right, that's all culminated into the faith, man. All right, being risen and seeing the Lord come back. All right, but that's why we have faith. We have faith and we believe the things that the Lord said, which is what First Ezra is going to. We want to be these same people, you know.
Hey, this is John 20:29. Yahweh Shai saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Yep.
You know. And we haven't seen Yahweh, Yahweh Shai physically. You know. But we believe that He is, and that He is the Son of Him that sent Him. You know. We believe that He's our power, He's our King. We believe He's coming back. You know. And then and on top of that, the prophecies, man, they're speaking. Everything the Lord that said that was gonna happen is happening right before our eyes, man. We're in a time where you really have no excuse not to believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, you know, which are the Israelites that the Bible speak of, you have no excuse, man. The Lord is making things happen. He's making things happen, man. All right, you don't want to believe when I'm not showing any signs or because there's no proof. Well, look, I'm making things happen now. Everything I wrote in the scriptures, look, it's happening before your eyes. You know, I mean, but hey, only the elect are gonna see it, man. Mm-hmm. You know, the scriptures say what that they know when it's about to rain, they know when it's about to be bad weather, but they're not gonna be able to tell of the signs and times that we're in. You know, only the faithful are, only the elect are.
Did you have one?
No.
You can go back to the Hebrews 11.
Reading on.
Let me get this one. It's 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." You know, and we're coming into those times where which these things that we're seeing are gonna come to an end. You know, are gonna be made known that these weren't everlasting things, man. Why? Because none of this will set up in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All these things were man-made, so to speak. You know, of course, the Lord controls everything. You know, but it wasn't done in righteousness. You know.
What was that? What scripture was that?
2 Corinthians 4.
Comment. I got a precept. Okay, this is 1 Corinthians 1, and I'm gonna get to the point. Matter of fact, this is 1 Corinthians 1:26. It says, "For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called." You know, so hey man, we see our calling, man. All right, we see how you say that, we see everything falling into place, man. Okay, a lot of you Israelites out there in those other camps. All right, you're leaving your camps. All right, a lot of IUIC members are walking away. Why? Because a lot of you Israelite men, you starting to see, man. You starting to see that the great millstone has the 100% truth, man. Okay? You starting to see that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has not called men that they have high-tech world talents. All right? That are mighty in the world. Okay? That are noble according to the ways of this world. But what? It says, verse 27, "But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise," man. And what they call us bums. Mm-hmm. Well, what those dudes from the news unit kept saying over and over again in their live show, that who are these guys? They're a bunch of nobodies. Hey man, we happy to be a bunch of nobodies to you, because to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we are precious sacrifice, man. Okay, we are a sweet savor unto him, man. Okay, we'd rather be nobodies in this wretched world, all right, and to be somebodies in the kingdom, man. Okay, and in the kingdom where righteousness is going to be established, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, and and Lord willing, we be the judges, man.
Yeah, that's the faith.
You know, and it says, "And the Most High have chosen the weak things out of the world to confound the things which are mighty." Okay, it says, verse 28 is the point. It says, "And base things of the world and things which are despised." And you people despise us every day, man. All right? And when we go out there to have to teach in season and out of season, and no matter what kind of festivity or worldly thing is happening, all right? our family members leave us, all right? Our women deny us, our children barely know us, okay? Not that we don't want to be good fathers unto them, because hey, God knows that we try, you know. But what we since we have faith and we see the promises and the things are far off, man. All right, we're dedicated to Yahweh Shem Yahushai in the manner which He has called us, man.
I got a precept for you.
Let me just wrap this up real quick. It says, which are despised have the Most High chosen. Yeah, and things to back this brother up, it says, yeah, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. So what? Hey, they might say, what kingdom? What kingdom of heaven, or what Negroes, Hispanics, or Native Americans are the real true children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai? They're going to be rulers over the earth for eternity, huh? So those things that you people can't see, those things that you think that are not, all right, are being set up to put to naught the things that are. This wicked present kingdom, all right, the rulership of Esau, Edom, you wicked 2/3 Israelites that like to be joined hand in hand with the wicked, all right. We've been set up to move you out of your place and to establish the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Hey, I got one right quick. This is Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yet let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Right. So they call us liars. They call us a terror group. All right. They call us the black extremists. All right, the black KKKs, all right, they call us liars and people that are offending the world. Okay, but go ahead and read it again, brother. Babu Shah, towards the end.
It says, the Most High forbid, yet let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Right, but let the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai be true, and the rest of you liars, man. Because what do? We go out there and we bring out the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We don't go out there speaking vain things of man. We don't go out there with our own ideologies and our own philosophies. We don't go out there creating religions. We go out there professing the true words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in full truth, man, in full spectrum. What Paul said, that he hath not withhold the whole truth.
Yeah,
roughly paraphrasing.
Shunned to declare the whole gospel.
Right, we have, hey man, starting from the apostles on down, we have not shunned to declare the whole entire gospel upon the earth, man. There shall be no excuse